two boys use a magnet to salvage gold from a river, only to find that it is full of rubbish. But when they were salvaging for the 999th time, the rope suddenly became unusually heavy. The two thought they had found some treasure, and rushed to pull it with all their strength. But they pulled up, but the scene in front of them froze in place. The rope is actually a bomb head. Soon the security personnel received the news and rushed over. A few days later the games would be held here, in order to avoid mass panic, so when the reporters were interviewing the security personnel, they lied and said that the bomb was all left over from the war a long time ago. It had long since expired and was in no danger of exploding. They thought they could hide it that way, but Gina, a biologist, suddenly realizes something is wrong. Her instruments show that there seems to be something even more terrifying underwater, and that it will not stop hissing. Gina is momentarily frozen with fear and rushes to tell security about it. At Gina's strong request, the security personnel could only conduct a search after following the request. However, when several people jumped into the water to check the situation, they were frozen in place by the scene in front of them. A giant shark had actually appeared in the river. The terrifying scene scared a few people so much that they didn't dare to move. They were afraid to make noise to be discovered by the shark. But in order to figure out what was going on, they still endured their fear and went over to check it out. As a result, the shark suddenly disappeared, and even the signal from the watch also disappeared instantly. The next second the rope also followed the taut, and the captain thought they had found the treasure, so they pulled desperately. At the critical moment, he managed to pull a few people up. They then told the captain about it. The captain was instantly stunned when he learnt about it, and he opened the detector to check it out, only to find that it was actually a shark inside. The crowd instantly didn't know what to do after seeing this. But the captain, in order not to affect the subsequent things, so he discouraged Gina not to affect their work here. Gina turns around angrily after hearing this and leaves the place. As a result, she looked up but saw the girl on the side. Gina instantly realized that something was wrong with the situation, so she quickly found the girl and asked her about it. However, the girl doesn't care and says that sharks don't attack for no reason, and she just wanted the shark out of the way. Gina heard this and didn't know what to do. She had no choice but to leave. She then found the captain and told him about the shark. In order to protect the lives of the people, the captain had to find the mayor and ask him to quickly regulate a 10-kilometer radius. However, the mayor was not impressed by this, because the games were about to be held. If the river were to be put under control now, the lost economy would be incalculable. There was a huge amount of water in the river and it would take months to drain it, and after that he just left the area. Gina, on the other hand, decided right then and there that she would lure the sharks out in order to protect the masses. So she went to the beach with a large amount of food, but now they had no idea where the shark was. They could only find the girl for questioning first. Under the security personnel's inquiry, the girl could only help them open the shark's location. The security personnel then quickly came to the scene, only to find that there were dozens of other people here. In the next second, the girl was suddenly horrified to find a giant shark appearing in front of her. The terrifying scene scared her so much that she instantly froze in place. Seeing that the number of sharks was increasing, the crowd hurriedly reminded her to leave the place. However, the girl did not take this seriously and reached out her hand to touch the shark. The captain went down to rescue her, but it was too late. The next moment the girl was eaten by the shark. The horror of the scene caused the crowd to run away. In an instant the river turned red. The shark wouldn't leave until it had had its fill. Gina then took the injured to the hospital. Looking at the overcrowded crowd in the hospital, Gina felt desperate. She thought she had the ability to save the crowd, but she didn't realize it would have such consequences. However, she didn't let that stop her from giving up on the matter. 2 minutes later, she went to the river again.
小红书